I'm getting bored with it all, folks. I frankly am getting bored with the technique and with the strategery and with all of the media. I'm getting bored. I don't care when Romney left Bain. It doesn't matter a hill of beans when Romney left Bain. The discussion ought to be, when is Obama going to leave the White House? What Romney did with his money is not my concern. What Obama is doing with our money is my concern. What?
And now, from sunny South Florida, it's Open Line Friday.
Who gives a flying whatever when Romney left Bain? The media does and Obama does because that's all they've got. What a pathetic bunch of losers everywhere. White House, media. Pathetic bunch of whining, spoiled brat losers. The country's going down the tubes. And we've got Obama out there saying, well, my problem is I haven't told enough stories. BS! You're telling lies every day. You're telling plenty of stories. And the biggest story you're telling is that you don't know what you're doing. Open Line Friday. Telephone number 800-282-2882 if you want to be on the program. The email address, lrushbo@eibnet.com. That's Condi Rice business, too. Frankly, I don't care right now. Now, I'm being linked with this. Limbaugh started all this. I got Carl Cameron at Fox saying I started all this. I got people emailing, don't you know she's pro-abortion? I didn't tell anybody I wanted her on the ticket. I just said that I thought, calm down here. Here's the telephone number, 800-282-2882. If you want to be on the Open Line Friday, you get to talk whatever you want to talk about. And I do too. And I don't have to care what you're talking about, and you don't have to care what I'm talking about. It's a golden opportunity. Email address, lrushbo@eibnet.com. So today, I'll tell you what. Are you people aware that Obama gutted welfare reform yesterday? He just gutted it. With an executive order to the Health and Human Services, just gutted, or maybe I think it was HHS, just gutted it. He just totally stripped away the requirements to work or to look for work in order to get welfare. You don't have to look like you're looking for work. You don't even have to go through the motion. They're defining sleep as work now. I kid you not. Sitting on your sofa watching The View is now qualified as work. So the whole thing here, well, some might be say same brain activity, but you remember how hard-fought welfare reform was, and how many times Clinton vetoed it, and how often it took to get that there, how hard it was to get it, and how it's working. It was working. And so Obama just guts it with an executive order, just guts welfare reform. Let there be no doubt what this man's intentions are. Let there be no doubt that all of this economic disaster is not coincidence and not an accident. There is no way. So we've got the distraction of the day. When did Mitt Romney leave Bain Capital? Stephanie Cutter, we told you this toward the end of the program yesterday, out there saying Mitt Romney might be a felon, might be a criminal. Romney said, we want an apology. This is over the top. Krauthammer says they jumped the shark. David Roddenberg and all the people on CNN, oh my God, this is horrible. What's happening to Hope and Change? When are you people going to realize, all you people in the media left, when are you going to realize this guy never was what you thought he was, never is going to be what you thought he was? He's a fraud from the get-go. He's not something revolutionary and brand new. The guy's a flat-out Marxist socialist, and he has every intention of taking this country and transforming it into a Western European socialist democracy as soon as he can. That's all that's happening here. And he's in big trouble. He's got nothing he can get reelected on. So he's got to hammer away at Romney. When did Romney leave Bain? For crying, if I were Romney, I'd say not only I ran the Olympics while I was Bain, and I also actually invented the iPhone. And while I was inventing the iPhone, I did all these. If I were Romney, I'd wear this as a proud mantle of Superman. Yep, I'm capable of doing all this. Then Obama's out there saying, well, he's not qualified just because he The private sector knows about it. Doesn't mean he's qualified. My job's create jobs, and that's and Romney didn't know to create jobs. There is the fact that we're even debating whether Barack Obama's qualified to be anywhere near the White House is obscene to me. If anybody has demonstrated their lack of qualifications, it's Barack Obama. If anybody has demonstrated they're way over their head, it's Obama. If anybody's demonstrated that they got no business near the levers of power in this country, it's Barack Obama. Now, when did Romney leave Bain? Who cares? But Mr. Limbaugh, it might be a felony if he lied to the ethics. You don't understand SEC documents. Again, it's been debunked everywhere. Fortune's debunked it. Time Magazine, the Washington Post, the fact they've all debunked it, and yet it survives as a story. How is that? Well, because it's the seriousness of the charge. Everybody in the Democrat Party and the media is knowingly pumping and sustaining a falsehood, something that's not even close to true. It's not even a story. Well, we're going to look at it one more time. It's the seriousness of the charge. It's no different than the allegation by that Columbia professor, Gary Sick, that Bush 43 had a secret flight to France in 1980 on the SR-71 to negotiate with the Iranians to make sure they held our hostages through the election. And there was no such trip. Bush 41, there was no such trip. Bush 41 never went to Paris. He didn't negotiate with the Iranians. And Tom Foley, Speaker of the House, says, well, we got to look into this. It's the seriousness of the charge.